Oh, g'day guys, welcome to Arthur's videos. Have I got a doozy, another one, a doozy, okay? As I said, man, everybody loves my stupid videos. I always come up with a great topic and all this shit. And you can see that the Australian safety has come out, you know, so, you know, what can I say? Before I waffle on, I need to get a yum chain to my Pin Wiki and Jameson cup. All right, this is taking a bit of real estate. This bloody, there's the bottle again. It's actually going down. And yeah, so I'm cracking it open. So you guys can sort of see it. I'm pouring it with my left hand. Yeah, well, that for a, oh mate, that's a double shot there. Oh man, it's been cold lately here. Okay. Oh yeah, you could hear that. Okay, we're gonna continue washing with this other story. Okay, so what's under the bed sheet is going to be part 2 of the Aristocrat 540. Okay, this is the CRT. All right, it's a 20-inch. Okay, I'm gonna move up tripod a bit. It's a 20-inch. You can sort of see you can see how many hours this thing's been on. Yeah, man, this is fucked, man. Dude, the amount of money this machine has made, you reckon they give a shit? You know, people couldn't give a shit. It's called phosphor burns. What happens with that is, it's the picture's been on for so many hours, 7 days a week, 24 hours, whatever. And eventually, because your brightness of your game is burning through the pheasant lens, the phosphor on the tube, okay? It's a shadow mask. This normally happens a lot with VGA games, which are 31K, because the colours are so bright. So if anyone remembers the old CRT games, like, you know, the Virtual Striker 98, 99, you know, the House of the Deads, anything from a Sega game, which was a 31K, it will burn CRTs out. Even remember the old Daytona, the big 50-inch Daytonas. On the bottom, you can also see the logo Sega and all this, because it's been on. Because a big 50-inch had 3 guns basically in there, booming up to the back there, and it's been on there. I've actually seen burn marks on a plasma TV at an airport where it had burned out in there on a bloody plasma, okay? Or an LCD, I can't remember, I think it was plasma back then. It had burnt, so they do burn out if the logo on so many hours, you know. So yeah, this is the monitor out of the 20-inch. Okay, go up a little bit more so you guys can sort of see it. Okay, so this is what it is, okay? It doesn't matter what it is, it's going to still work for a CRT, okay? So what I've done is, let me spin it around. Okay, I'll spin it around. Okay. All right, is that in camera view now? All right, a bit more better camera view. All right, I just had a phone call today from a guy. I'm not making this shit up. The guy will send a message. I actually told him where to go. He goes, "Oh man, I've got a Neo Geo and it's making this crackling noise." And I said, "Dude, it's the condensation in the shed, which is around here, okay? So around this section here, okay? That's where it is." And I'm going to tell you guys, if you're going to work on a CRT, you pull that out of your machine. I'm not coming over, like I said, through the power supply. I ain't coming over to give you guys mouth to mouth, okay? If you don't know, don't screw around with it. That's my diploma. Unless you want me to come and give you guys mouth to mouth. Yeah, man, we've already heard that joke. Come up with a new line, okay? So what happens is, I've got the monitor chassis here. I've ripped that out. It was a prick. I had to take the tube out and take it from the front. First of all, disconnect it, move it out. So I'm gonna show bits and pieces of this. Okay, where is the flyback? The fly. What the fuck? Yeah, here's the flyback. See, there's the suction cap, and that sort of sits inside like so. If you check my other videos, I'd explain it to you. It sits in like so. All right. So then what happens is, to disconnect that on there, you've got to get yourself a wire. This is an alligator clip of mine and a screwdriver. Don't ever use a little screwdriver like this, you know. It has to be insulated, okay? And that. So what you do, you stick that around the earth brake, because one guy goes, "Hey man, you make sure you show the earth brake to people." I said, there it is there. There's the earth brake. So what you do, you connect the earth to the connector. let me come around so you guys can sort of see better. Okay, so there's the earth brake. You see that? So what you do, you click your alligator clip to the earth brake. Make sure you yank on it, pull on it. Toot, 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 toot. Then you get that. So then what you do, you stick. It's a multitasking. There's a cap. It's stuck in there. Then you got to stick it in the hole again. You know, it's always like sticking in the hole. So you go, and it'll do zap. But make sure the friggin' machine's turned off from the wall, like I said to you. If you stick that in there, man, he ain't coming back. He's like that guy in one of my other videos. He was reaching into this black and white thing, and he touched the lead, the high tension lead, and he fucking nearly gone. He nearly paralysed himself. So what happens is, see these little tags? Hang on. Then I'll show you that. Well, hang on, because I can't do two things here. Hang on, let's push that back around. So then what happens is, you de-zap the tube. And once you do that, then you got this. See this? This is your yoke plug. That's your horizontal and your vertical, those two colours. It's always the same. They go into the chassis, okay? Then you got the neck board. And your neck board is this. All right, this is your neck board. Let's go down a little bit. There's your neck board. See that? See the hole again? Another hole joke. See that? So that sits inside like so. Right inside. And if you ever pull a neck board off, you're best to get it from the two ends. It's like getting a pair of legs, and you yank it out slowly, but your thumbs are in the middle, so you're grabbing it like that, not on the corner because you're frictioning it. If you put your thumbs in like that and you push it back in slowly and wiggle, it'll go in. Make sure that you don't bend the pins at all. Slowly double check your work. There's no rush, no nothing. Just slowly put that in. So that's your neck board going into this. This is a single focus, okay? So he's only got one little hole. This is a single focus, high focus, because there's two types of tubes. There's double focus. This is a single focus, high focus one, which goes, it's got the cutout like a little triangle in there. So this is what this tube is. This tube here is an RCA tube. They're made out of the US, okay? Because this is, I'll show you, this is an RCA tube, okay? So basically that is it. So around here, hang on, back up to there again. All right. So around here, what you do is you get yourself a rag. Okay, get take your hat. You clean it all around. All right. You clean it around and to get rid of all the grime, basically, you know. So you get rid of all the dirt. See how it's sort of piling up on the Italian safety hat. So that's fine. You know what I mean? All right. So once you do that, because I'm going to service the monitor chassis, this is what the discussion is. So what I do is now, what happens is, okay, this is what happens. All right, this is the chassis that I pulled out of there. All right, let's go into the camera view. Let's go to camera. I'll move it closer. Go to camera view. All right, so this is it. This is how I got it. This ain't bad, okay? So you see, he's got a little bit of black shit. That's the carbon build-up over the years from the venues, basically. See how the suction cap has got the carbon, and see how the two little ears. You pull the flaps back. You got to pull the flaps back, man. Whoop. Okay, you can sort of see the two little tags on there, basically on the two little tags on there. You know. Let me get my glasses. And where the fuck is it? Oh, where the hell are they? Oh, there they are. Okay, hang on, man. I'll try to find my glasses so I can see closely. Okay, so then what happens is you see the two tabs and it sits in there. You can get this little stuff that goes around there, a little bit of silicone around there. You smear around the flaps, you know, go around and around, you know, with the slaps. You know, you always put a bit of stuff around the flaps. Okay, so this chassis has I got it out of this machine to show you. Okay, you just sort of see all the grime on this, and this brand of chassis is an American. Oh, bloody hell! It's a Ceronix. Okay, all right. So there you go. That's out of the California brand. Okay, someone's actually replaced the caps in this, and they've done a bit of glue thing. This is out of that 540 that I've purchased. Okay, and so I've got it. What I'll do is I'll strip it, clean it all up, and get it ready for my test machine. You know, so that's what this is. So basically, it ain't bad, basically, on what this thing is. Oh my God, yeah, someone has worked on it. See this? It's missing over here, okay? It's actually missing, all right? Oh, look at that. The motherfucker has broken the screen pot. What a parasite. Check that out. Fucking hell, I just noticed it. Fucking poofters. Yeah, fucking broken it. Fucking cock. Yeah, so that's what this thing is. You know, as I said, I just noticed it now, you know. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean it all up and service it. Now I fucking need 2 transformers now. You prick. Yeah, this is the screen pot. And what that does is it makes the brightness of the screen. It makes the brightness. And sometimes you adjust the screen, you get these retracing lines across the screen. It means your screen's too high, so you gotta back it down again. That's what that is, you know what I mean? So if you want to get a bit more boost. And the other one is your focus, is like going to the doctors when you need a pair of glasses like these, you know, to adjust so you can sort of see the colours. What a prick. So this is how I get it, but I'm lucky I've got a spare one that somebody gave me. Okay, where is it? It's over here. Yeah, check this guy out. So, yeah, man, that's unbelievable, man. You know, so yeah, so what happened is, when I'm going to do this, when I clean it all up, I've got to take it out of the frame, and I've got to remove the flyback transformer. So every time I do a job on this, I'll remove the flyback so I don't want water getting in there, especially that one there's got a hole in the focus. So I strip out all the aluminium stuff, I take it all apart, I'll strip it, see how this one's got this one here has got the 2 sides, the other one only got 1 side, that's where the flyback sits. So I'll clean it all up, and I'll clean it up so I can sort of see it, then I'll work it out. And by the way, caps do go on these, okay? They're prune on caps, okay? Monitors and power supplies are prune on caps, okay? So if you do it, always say put some good quality crap, not some cheap shit that you can't find, whatever they are. Because, dude, it goes back to, you got to do it once, do it properly. Like now, I got this machine, I'm stripping it down and I'm servicing it, so I don't have to touch it again in case I want to sell it or whatever. So yeah, so this one here is, you can sort of see how much grime has been removed. So it's a black carbon, man. It's from the pollution. And if you have a look at the neck board, have a look how nice and clean that is, okay? This one belongs to this, okay? But you can sort of see how nice and cleaned it up, you know, because I removed everything to wash it and clean it and soak it, you know what I mean? So yeah, with that special goo juice, it sort of cleans that up. And okay, and again, check this out. See these? That's the buttons, okay? That sits over here inside the unit. It sits in there for the adjustment controls. Now. Check the adjustment controls on this guy. Okay, have a look at that. Where it is there. Hang on. Let me hold it up here. Here. Check that out. Look at that. Look at the carbon on that. Okay, there. So that's going to get, as I said, I'm stripping it. I'm going to give it a good clean and all that. So yeah. Now, the other one was, where I said I had to remove the yoke plug. The yoke plug is here. All right, where's my finger is. Oh, get the little screwdriver. Okay, get this screwdriver. So what happens is, see that? That's your yoke plug sitting there. See, let me flip it around. Okay, see here? That's your yoke plug, okay? That's your horizontal and that's your vertical over here. So it sits inside there. So like I said to you, when you work on it, disconnect it, unplug everything off it. Remember, if you guys can't remember, always take a photo, and that way you can't fuck up, you know what I mean? So yeah, that's your power going in, they're your colours. So always take a photo on your work. That way you can't remember what you do. I do that too, because sometimes you work on it and you pull it away, you come back into 2 weeks days or whatever it is, you come back and go, hang on, what the hell did I do? And you can't remember. But the reason I undone the tube, let's go back to this guy. The reason is why I pulled the tube apart. How the hell are you going to get the chassis out of here? Pull it out, basically, you know what I mean? With the neck board, you know? So that's the problem. How do you pull that out? So I had to take the tube out. Hang on. Put my back camera up here again. So what happened is, was my hand. You got to pull the tube out. But while doing that, make sure you hold it with 2 hands or whatever, or put the face of the tube, okay, on a cushion, basically. You know, the face, you put that on a cushion. Hang on, let's spin this around again. Okay, there it is there. You can put this on a cushion, on a chair, facing up, down, facing the bum upwards, and down. Then that way you can sort of undo, hang on. That way you could sort of undo these bolts. See the bolts? You can undo those, and that way you could work on it. That's what I've done with this. You know, how else are you going to do it? You know what I mean? So, that's what I did to remove it, so I could sort of take the tube, so stop not breaking the back of the neck board on that. But man, as I said to you, you know, you can sort of see, yeah, man, this tube is fucked. He goes, yep, what it is, mate, it is. And I reckon it doesn't matter. You won't even notice that the picture's on, whatever, you know. And like I said, where are you going to find another CRT, you know? So yeah, they're getting harder and harder to find. It's actually a 20. It's a 20. Okay, what's the number on it? It's a 48. It's a 48. It's okay. It's a 48 size basically. And how do you test that? How do you do tubes? I'm coming. Okay, you get your tape measure. Okay, and what do? You go from ear to ear. Okay, all right, and you're measuring the size of the tube. Basically, it is 20. So what you do, because I sort of see it diagonally, you got to measure the tube diagonally. Okay, all right. Well, let's move my finger. So diagonally, it's not left to right. It's diagonally from the end to end of this corner. So you here, oh, this one's better. You see that corner of the tube? There. That's the size of that. Okay. The Americans had some weird numbers in that because they said it's a 48, you know what I mean? But it's a 20, okay? So they say it's 48, but it's actually a 20 inch, basically. It's 20 inch, basically. So their numbering system is wrong compared to the Japanese. So on that note, on this one here, which is part 2 of the Aristocrat 540, all right, I'll find out what else I could talk about the 540, but as I said, after washing that one there and cleaning up, looks like $1 million. So you, as I said, spend a bit of time. If you got any issues on your monitors or whatever, drop me a message at my usual bullshit. Here it is here. Okay, I'll try helping you out like I did to that other guy with his machine. To make sure you put some silica bags in. You know, like I keep telling you, you need to put the silica bags inside your machine to get the moisture out. You know, just put it somewhere. I'm trying to find some, but yeah, just do that. You know, so on that, guys, on that note, all I can say is thanks for watching another one of crazy videos. You know, the old saying is, you know, pinball machines and video games and poker is a passion. As I said, share the love, give you that toot down the bottom, the fingers or the thumbs, you know, whatever, you know. As I said, I'm doing it for you guys, you know. As I said, now I've got myself a new 540 test machine for you guys. So cheers on that, guys. Cheers.